Welcome to Guns and Chicken Strips. I'm your host, James.
What's happening?
Right now, we are leaving the studio, headed to get some lunch. I've been craving this place called Joe's Pizza and Pasta. I'm sure you'll have them everywhere. There's about 30 of them in the DFW area, but this one is my favorite. You haven't noticed this place is kind of in like an old Taco Bell type place. The inside is all decked out in like old school Italian stuff. The waiters stand there like a fancy Italian restaurant waiting on your every need. They are amazing. Been coming to this place for years. I love this place. Probably not going to film in there just because it's real small and tight and it seems pretty packed, so I don't want people to be uncomfortable. I don't want to ruin their lunch break or anything, so we're going to be courteous to them and see you when I get back. Leaving Joe's Pizza and Pasta did not disappoint yet again. Year after year of great service. Man, I love that place. Now we are going to show you a little something. This is a result of hours and hours and hours of being on the road, driving in the mornings, having no time to do anything, really just working and YouTubing all the time. Without further ado, here you go.
That is what happens when you get lazy. But we're not going to let that happen anymore.
That, my friends, is a prime example of how not to let your life's little problems pile up on you. You just knock it out. If they pile up on you, just find the time, knock them out. Get stuff done, take care of it, don't worry about it, just do it like a champion. That's my motto. The new Guns and Chicken Strips motto. Like a champion. I don't know how that's a motto. Yeah, like a champion. I like it. I like it. Now I'm just out running errands, typical, usual stuff of the day in the life of a regular dude. Tomorrow I'm planning on going shooting. Honestly, I really need to get some trigger time in. Been a while. Still waiting on that weekend to go down to the ranch and really do some cool stuff. I love it. I need some trigger time. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna go to a shooting range or just drive down to the ranch, but we're gonna go shooting. It's gonna happen. But sneeze. Well, all right then.
A lot of people have been asking me about my gun collection and everything. And I'm not going to show you my whole gun collection all at once because that would just ruin the fun. So we're just going to slowly do it over time. You've seen my favorite rifles and everything so far. Now we're going to get into a little bit of my older firearms collection. I love all guns, all firearms. They all have their intricacies. M1A right behind me and AR-15 style and AR-10 style. And 1911s and Glocks, my favorites, of course. Ma Deuce, like I said, like I've told you. We're going to get into my older weapons, more nostalgia type rifles and pistols. First of all, we're going to go through this. We're going to talk about this one. This is a old 38 Smith & Wesson 38 Special, what they call a police special. It's an old school, no frills revolver. Check, make sure it's safe. Good to go. Revolver. I bought it a long time ago for $200, but you see somebody painted rear sight yellow and the front sight red. I've been meaning to take that off, but I just haven't. It just sits in my gun safe. But yeah, this is an old classic right here. Can't beat these things. Police carried them for a long time. They're so smooth, so old, just heavy. Bluing is awesome. I love that type of bluing. This thing will be around forever. You pull that trigger, you pull that hammer back, and that crisp trigger pull, man, that's just a nice pistol right there. Somebody said they had this for sale. I couldn't pass it up. It's just a beauty, man. Check it out. See the Smith & Wesson right there? Thing's just beautiful. I'm not a big revolver guy. I do see the beauty in them. The way this just fits in your hand, man, I just love it. It's so perfect. Sweet, sweet little pistol. Shot this a few times a few years ago. It's just a good gun. Good old school. This is what you see in all the like 80s, 70s, 80s movies the police have, is this 38 Special Smith & Wesson CTG. Very good pistol. The way that grip holds is just nice. And then I got this holster for it, just I keep it in there in storage. It's a good little pistol. Next gun we're going to be talking about is this Winchester Model 94 30-30 lever action. It's pretty old. I know they have a pre-64 model and this and that. I'm not sure if this is a pre-64 model. I did some research on it before to see if it was or not, because apparently they're worth a lot more when they're pre-made before 1964, or if that's what that means. I did a little bit of research on it, but didn't get too deep into it, or else I would have figured it out. And that could be just because that was back when I was like 16. I got this rifle when I was like 14. That's probably why I didn't go too deep into it, because my attention span was really short back then, even shorter than it is now. But it's a lever action 30-30 side mounted scope. Mounted action. My dad, Mad Mike, about killed me when I was 15. I carved my initials in the stock here with a Dremel tool. He about killed me when he saw that, but I knew I was never gonna sell it, and I will never sell it because it's a family heirloom that he gave me. This thing has killed many hogs, I'll tell you that right now. This thing's a beast. Never done me wrong. Top ejection, which if you look at all the newer ones, they are side ejection. These Model 94s, I believe. My brother has one and it's a side ejection now. And you load them in the side right there. I don't have any 30-30 rounds, so 30-30, if you're an outdoorsman, you know what it is. That's pretty much everybody's start off rifle, I think. Very good lever action rifle. Model 94. Real small, just compact, perfect lever action. I had to special order this scope mount that mounts on the side of it. I put on there. I don't know if you can see that side mounted. It kind of just sits perfectly to where you don't even have to like bend your head over. You know, most rifles, you just kind of sit straight up and look straight through it. I like that a lot about it. It's not a special scope or anything, just a little Tasco scope put on there years and years and years ago. Love this little rifle. It's perfect, man. 30-30 action. It's not as smooth as most of the newer lever actions you come in contact with, but it'll never fail you. This thing's a bad Motro. Winchester Model 94. You see the bluing, how old it is. The bluing and everything's coming off here. It's just right there on the grip, right there. It's all coming off. It's old school cowboy rifle. Definitely a brush gun, definitely a hog gun, definitely a good deer rifle. 30-30's good. If you're looking at buying your kids a first rifle, I would definitely suggest a lever action 30-30. It's just because it's nostalgic. It teaches you a lot about different kinds of rifles. Lots of kids probably won't be into this type of thing nowadays, but treat them, if you train them right, show them the right path of the awesomeness, then they'll love it. This gun is a pretty cool little dude here. The other thing I want to go over is a lot of people were asking what was that new knife I was carrying whenever I unboxed the Guns Chicken Strips fan t-shirt and also other stuff. If you watched my Thanksgiving video, my stepdad had it, and that day he told me he got one, and he gave it to me for Christmas. So here it is, check it out. This is my new EDC, well, one of them anyway. I kind of swap it out between my K-Bar, which you saw me eating ice cream with yesterday. I've actually had this one for a really long time. It was a $9 knife when I bought it. Sweet little knife. And then my H&K, which you saw, but I think I lost that on a fishing trip with Lunkers. But yeah, this is my new EDC. It is a Outdoor Edge Razor Light EDC. It's like 17 bucks on Amazon. You can buy it at Buc-ee's for like $35 or something like that. It's expensive at Buc-ee's, but online it's pretty cheap. Coolest thing about this is it's like a disposable razor. Look at that, like a box cutter. The blade comes off and it goes right back in there. Just clicks right in with the press of that button right there. It comes out. And then it just clicks right back in there, and it comes with like 7 of them or 8 of them, and then they're like $8 online for a whole another 8 of them. It's very cheap. These things are razor sharp, like a razor blade, man. They're awesome, and they're not flimsy like you would think. They're very strong, very thick. I've cut a bunch of stuff with this thing. I've seen people clean deer with this. I've seen all kinds of stuff with it. My stepdad is a big believer in it, and I'm a big believer in it now. I really like it, being that it's so cheap, and these things are just so sharp and just boom. Boom. Never have to worry about getting your knife sharpened again. These things are awesome. Unless the company goes kablah, but I don't think they will. I think this is gonna blow up. This thing is awesome. Again, that's a Razor Light EDC. Made by, I guess, Outdoor Edge right there. Sweet little knife, rubber grips. We'll see how long it'll last me, because I'm pretty rough on knives. That's all I wanted to go over with you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I said earlier in the video I might go shooting tomorrow. I gotta get some trigger time in on the Glock. My EDC, I gotta get some practicing in on that. I was gonna go down to the ranch, but come to find out there are a couple bow hunters that are gonna be next door down there, so you're gonna be hunting spike or something. I'm not quite sure what. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna go to the range. We'll show y'all my pistola shooting skills, my EDC shooting skills. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Guns and Chicken Strips. I really appreciate y'all watching and everything you do. Love you guys. And as always, we'll see you tomorrow.